The seed and the rocket. Marcos and Tullio, friends for as long as they could remember, stared at their bank statements with the same surprise. An unexpected inheritance had given them the same amount, an identical starting point for very different futures. "This is our chance, Marcao," exclaimed Tullio, his eyes shining. "I'm going to turn this into a fortune." Tullio, a digital influencer with a knack for what was viral, wasted no time. He poured every cent into Quantum Leap, a tech startup that promised to revolutionize the world and multiply the investment in weeks. His social media exploded with the news. "Boarding the rocket to the moon." Rocket, #QuickMoney, #investor. Meanwhile, Marcos, a financial analyst by profession and nature, held on to his money, his desk filled with charts, reports, and books about the market. He spent sleepless nights, not with the anxiety of a gamble, but with the calm of research, studying every detail. In the first few weeks, Tullio's rocket seemed to take off. The value of Quantum Leap skyrocketed. He posted photos of expensive dinners and designer clothes. "While you're reading your little books, I'm living, my friend," he told Marcos during a phone call. Marcos just smiled on the other end of the line. He had finally started to invest, a portion in government bonds, another in renewable energy companies with solid fundamentals. It was a slow growth, as steady as the sprouting of a seed. Marcos's patience, however, led him to discover something troubling. In his research, he found inconsistencies in Quantum Leap's reports. The technology was vague, the founders anonymous. He called his friend. "Tullio, be careful. Something isn't right with this company." "That's just jealousy, Marcos," Tullio retorted, laughing. "You can't stand to see me win. Relax and learn from someone who knows how to make real money." He hung up, convinced his friend was just too afraid to take a risk. The fall was as swift as the rise. An investigative report exposed Quantum Leap as a fraud. The rocket was nothing more than a house of cards. In one morning, the stock's value turned to dust. Tullio's phone, once flooded with notifications, fell silent. It was Tullio who sought out Marcos days later. Crestfallen, humiliated, and penniless, he could barely face his friend. "You were right," he whispered. "I was a fool. I thought I was smart, but I was just greedy." Marcos didn't say, "I told you so." He simply opened his laptop and showed him his portfolio. There were no millions, but there was solid, real growth. "The secret isn't fast money, Tullio," he said gently. "It's patient knowledge. The real fortune isn't in the destination, but in the well-planned journey. Let's start yours again, together."